Hi, everyone. It's Andrew Smith again. I am a mental health facilitator, stress coach, stress buster, and cognitive behavior therapist. Written my first book, Fear Less, Live More. Today, I would like to talk to you about stress and anxiety in the workplace, requiring 100% team support. So sometimes we set the bar too high for ourselves. You know, excellence is great in a few key areas. Like in my life, I think, I've got to be really perfect at ironing or creating. But I've also learned is that you don't have to be the world's best. Most of the time, you need to get good enough and move on. When we strive for excellence, we trap ourselves in that area of perfection. So what happens if you're the best and you set the bar too high? You become stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed, especially when you feel overwhelmed at work, when things are not going right and you're struggling to complete tasks or projects. It's very logical. So let's fast forward to this line of thought a few years later. You can see results because when 100 people were asked just for fun, 95% said what they did, they replied that with their job title. That's right. You might say travel, but how do you define what do you do? So chronic perfectionists just say that they focus only on the excellence over good enough, and then stress and anxiety will take over. Now, stress, as you know, is our body's reaction to a challenge or demand. But especially when it comes to pressures from work or pressures, financial worries at home, when you need to be excellent, it is that pressure you feel, the thoughts of not being good enough that make you feel frustrated, anxious, angry, stressed, nervous. It's often related to losing control of something. And when your body is stressed, your muscles tense up. This muscle tension is almost a reflex reaction to stress. It's, in a way, your body is guarding against this injury and it cannot cope with the pressures you are under. Now, in short bursts, stress can be positive. It can help you meet a deadline. But when you feel threatened or anxious, frightened, you will respond with extreme stress and it might affect you physically. 80% of all physical and mental illnesses are linked to stress and affects our immune system. That's, in a way, then the stress affects your performance, your productivity, causes you emotional and physical exhaustion, damages your health. We all say that shit happens. And if we let the adversity in our lives break us down physically and emotionally, how will we become stronger to life experiences? We will become weaker. So when it comes to emotional diet, people and workplace, or lots of people only focus on their physical diet. But what about focusing on your emotional diet? Supporting your co-workers in a process that everybody feels that there is a protective measure in place in case somebody's struggling. So what I mean is choosing your thoughts and emotions on a daily basis by reframing. What do I mean by reframing? It's a life skill. It is, I call it my 3 Ps. You pause. You take a breath when you notice you're thinking negative thoughts. What do you want to feel? Distance yourself from that. You pivot. You do not make friends with your negative mind chatter. You think, I need to think differently. I should not think that or feel that. I should feel this or the other. But putting in those positive thoughts in place, things that you're going to do on the weekend, the fun things you can have, listening to some nice music, will break that negative pattern. Looking after yourself. And my 3rd P is practice purpose. Remember, you're a unique person. You are special. And right now, you are just struggling. So you need to find a way to put in place the things that don't work for you. You cut them out and put in place the things that work. Now, your life and your relationships are all intertwined, but you require 100% support at home from your family and friends and at work, and understanding. But who is responsible for these relationships to work? You, right? The responsibility is not a burden. It's the way you respond and the way you focus that you can control. So why not ask yourself, what is the part I play in these relationships? What do I bring to the table? You know, in having a relationship with other people, it is how you give and then what you get back. It's how you develop that interactive relationship. So a breakdown in a team relationship causes irritation, frustration, emotional stress, judgments, too many judgments, too much expectation. Little things start to produce that negative emotions that stack up. I call it emotional stacking, the way we overreact. But, you know, good emotions also can be stacked. If there is a breakdown in a relationship, it leads to resistance, resentment, rejection, and repression. Now, it is your ability to have that courage and that willingness to open up and say what's working and what's not working for you. Now, some things you can do to support your team is adopting an open door policy, you know, for your colleagues and for your friends at work, or as a boss, as a leader, as a team leader. Secondly is be flexible. You know, sometimes people want to do certain things. Maybe there's a flexibility in the workplace to work from home, to have some fun days out. You know, small adjustments can make a difference. Third is communication. You know, asking your colleagues, what do they need just to be supported and to feel good so that they're not struggling with stress and anxiety. Putting in a mental health training for support is huge, because a stress resilience coach like myself and lots of other people can really help with strategies and stress management techniques put in place just to tackle the stigma of mental health issues or as a protective measure. So championing a mental health culture, be respectful and friendly, encourage everybody to get sufficient sleep, support employee development, and have realistic expectations. Now, thank you for watching me. I'd like you to take care of your self-well-being, and then performance will return, and these returns will be high. Please reach out to me, connect with me, and I look forward to speaking to you. Bye for now.